Am I live? Am I live? I think I'm live. Holy shit. All right. So I wanted to have this all prepared because this is about to be the real one. You know what I mean? This is about to be the craziest shit I ever did in my life. Um, and that's saying something if you know my life. So, as you can see, I got a mic hanging from here this time. Look at this. Look at this cord. This ain't about production value, okay? I got a light right here because I don't understand lighting. I don't know nothing about lighting. I don't know nothing about sound. Oh, like podcast sound and shit. I got a window open, a fan on. I'm sure that's fucking making noise. And I'm not prepared. I am prepared. I was fully prepared. I just didn't finish perfectly the way I wanted to. And I'm not a perfectionist, but I do have to get this one right. So you can just hang out for a minute if you want, or just, I'll give time to get more people in here or whatever. But I'm going to just leave this on and then just finish doing some copying and pasting real quick. And then I'll get it going. All right. So hang in there with me. I'm going to put it in the chat for people that come in afterwards. All right, so all I gotta do is put some things in order. I have like 4 things I want to talk about, but they're pretty fucking detailed and yeah. And then I'm gonna be making a confession because this whole podcast is about radical honesty. That's what it's about. It's about me being real with me, being real with God, being real with you. I'm just tired of my life shit. Like, so it's crazy, man. Like, I use AI so much to do this shit, and I get so wrapped up in it being perfect. You know what I mean? Like, the perfectionism is real. And and it's also like a reason to procrastinate shit too. So don't get caught up in that. But yeah, like, I think that was it right there. Part of it. Okay. So there's that. I can't believe I'm about to do this. I can't believe it. It's really about to happen. All right, so that was last. I'm sorry, I'm going back really quick. We're back. Who cares if it's title? Paste that. That's the good part too. Oh, man. I always do things backwards. Like, I did them at the end of this script, at the end of this task at first. When I tried to like go to the I don't know why. I just never should work out. It's not but Don't worry, I'll turn it off when I start. So yeah, I do that songs, for sure. I say don't be live on yours. I don't have the time to get on like oh, you guys aren't even hurry. I'll sit on for 4 hours. I don't plan on 4 hours, but I don't feel rushed. I don't care about being. I don't care about shit. This is anybody there. I do not love the fuck. I love it. That's exactly what I love about this most times. That's the intro. Cool. Okay, and the intro. That's 2 parts. And 4 parts. Get in. Copy that. Copy. That's that. So, usually I would just like last week, I just winged it, right? And whenever that is last. But I just told myself, I was like, nah, I'm not going to just do that this time. It reminds me back in the day when I used to be super perfectionist, and it would drive me crazy. And then, like, I'm such an overcorrector. Like, to get over my perfectionism in music, I literally just, like, in one take, and just be like, it's good. I remember my mom, when she first heard Sunshine and Mushrooms, she's like, which is funny because that's going to tie into this whole story I got. When she first heard Sunshine and Mushrooms, she tells me, she goes, Kyle, she's like, that's not your best. That's not your best. She's like, I don't know what it is about it. It's not your best. You know, like, and it's not that it was a bad album. It's just like, it was just like, I know what she's talking about because I literally just did each one like almost one take and just put it out. All right. I'm usually not good at multitasking. I'm actually pulling this off and talking to you while I'm doing this. All right. So then I got to get into the, okay. Right. 1 second. More detail, and you're literally getting to see how I produced the show in real time. I mean, if there's anything, there's nothing realer than that. That's literally what the show's about. Is like not being anything scripted and shit. Ironically, I'm about to do a whole script, but I'm telling you right now, and I was going to tell you it's in the intro because I just want to get this one right. I gotta say what I gotta say, but this is funny how this is all working out. God has the best sense of humor ever. Like obviously it's God, right? Like, all right. So, and with you ever have the feeling you're about to like change your whole life? Because that's like the feeling I got right now, and I think my homie that I was just talking to feels the same way. He's like, I think this is the one. And I used to feel that about songs all the time. I write songs and I'm like, oh, this is the one. And nothing ever happened like where I really felt like, don't get me wrong. I had a great, like, I am so grateful for the music career I've had so far. I've got to open up for Cottonmouth Kings. I've got to open up for like Tom McDonald, Alien Ant Farm. I've had just, if you'd have told me the shit I've done when I was 18, when I was 13, when I started writing, I'd have been like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I ain't going to do none of that. I'm going to be nobody. And I might not be like rich and famous or anything like that, but you could down talk me all day long, but you could up talk me all day. Up talk, you could talk like positive about me, and that's something I'm working on personally. Is like self acceptance and like actually loving myself, because I know to the outside it might look like I'm super conceited and it's all about me and it's all about me. Well, really, it's just me trying to figure myself out. You know what I mean? I'm not like super conceited and in love with myself. It just came off that way because K-Holla was a complete fabrication of like what I wasn't. So I was like, I used just unreal cockiness to like mask my insecurities for years. All right, so I got this. Copy and paste this. This is the second part. All right. Yeah. Put this in here. Right now. Put it right now. Oh man, get right with God is all I got to say to anybody who's struggling right now, because it's changed my whole life. Like, and then what's funny is nothing's really changed in my life. I'm literally still going through the same struggles, same money problems, same drug problems, same this, same that. Nothing's really changed in my life, but I have a peace and a joy. Like it says in the Bible, like joy is in my heart. It's like, is it Paul that was in prison? He's like, it's not only God can give you the joy and peace of mind that I have right now. Like it's ineffable. That's the song I'm working on. It's ineffable. I've been trying to explain myself to people and I just can't because it's ineffable. The irony is like that's a word for stuff you can't explain, but there's a word for it. I love that. All right. So there's that part. That part. That part. That part. That part. That part. Told myself I was going to go on the podcast. Personal. Okay. There's that. God is good. Got that. All right. Ryan story. Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to throw in the. All right. I was so excited to start at 5:04 too because my birthday's May 4th, and I keep seeing 5:04. Like I'm like, yo, it's my time, it's my time, it's my time. And then the funny thing is, like, I was on, like I was gonna be ready, but then my mom got home with groceries, and I went out and helped her. It's like, what am I gonna do to tell my mom no? Like, no, man, I'm gonna go help my mom with groceries. There's so much ice outside right now, it's ridiculous. And I'm not just talking about the government ice. There's actual ice everywhere. So I wasn't actually ready at 5:04, but who gives a fuck? It's live, baby. We live, baby. Story and transition into heart and still becoming. All right. As soon as it does this, I'm ready to go. What's up, buddy boy? Right on time. Look at the boy, buddy. Come here. Come here, buddy. Little boy. Little boy. He wasn't going to miss the show. He is the show, man. Like, Buddy the cat. This cat has so much to do with me being alive right now. Come here. Come on. Come here. I was not an animal person at all. Like, I wasn't a cat person, and I actually was afraid of it my whole life until I moved out west and I had to be roommates with a pit bull. And then 2 weeks into that dog was my fucking best friend. Well, I got dumped 3 years ago. First time in my life I actually got dumped and like couldn't get the girlfriend back. I moved back into my mom's house, and I was like, you know, my mom can't be around me 24/7, so I'm upstairs crying in this bed, in my bed up here, and this fucking cat just came and fucking cuddled up next to me and saved my life, man. And that was crazy. It's like a year later, I just got my taxes back, and he fucking was whining and shit, and I was just like, it was like 11 o'clock at night. He starts whining, and we couldn't get him to the vet till like 5, 6 in the morning, and I fucking yeah, I had a beanbag chair with this green fucking blanket over top of it. What are you doing? Where are you going? With this green, and he sat in his beanbag chair, curled up, whining all night. And I laid next to him and cuddled him all night. He was my boy. I hate how much I love this cat. I hate it. But anyways, I'm about to write a song called "Not Alone," which is about that. You're not alone. You're not alone. All right, lay down. Come on. Lay down. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Lay down. This look cute for the camera. I gotta put the fucking light right on you. You deserve that light, buddy. Come on. Yeah, boy. Yeah, you the star. I even had a card made, a Cash App card made when I was doing producing as 9 Trippa Beats. I put 9 Trippa, and then I put like BTC is his name. His Buddy the Cat. And I call it Cat Dog Productions. Like I'm not already part of hyphenated. Cat Dog Productions. Oh, it was K9 because I was 9 Trippa and I'm K-Holla. So I was like K9. I put K9. So I was the dog. And he's BTC, Buddy the Cat. I had a little picture of a cat and a little picture of a dog. Cat Dog Productions. What are you doing? You a good boy. All right, I'm going to finish this up. I got to do this, buddy. Come on. He sits on my lap even when I'm playing guitar and shit. It's crazy. All right. So, oh, shit. They left the sources in. Whatever. I don't care. I'm going to read around. No, hold on. I got to get it right. I got to get this right. No sources. One more copy and paste, and I swear I'm starting. I need like a theme song for this or something. Man, if only I knew somebody who made music. I know. My mom can do it. We got Suno. Speaking of, she's working on something. It's really cool. It's her own project and it's her own business she's starting. And I had the honor of, she made the music and I edited together a whole video commercial for her that I just finished. And it's amazing. It's one of those, like the jingle that she has made is like catchier than O'Reilly's and shit like that. Like it's one of those ones that's gonna be stuck in your head, even if you hate it, but you won't hate it because it's really fucking catchy. It's good. All right, this done. All right. Oh, it even says picks up acoustic guitar, begins playing at the end. Yeah, this is all scripted, but this is the story. This is today's story, and this is worth it. Because there's, let me just tell you something right now. I'm about to give you an intro. I'm about to give you proof that God is real, like almost without a doubt. Like if you were me and my homie, it's like that's the most important thing in the world. Like everyone wants to prove God's real, right? And then I'm going to give you the most honest shit I've ever done in my life, which might be the crazy shit. And then I'm going to give you a story. And anyways, that's all you need to know. It's just about to go down. All right. Copy, paste. All right. Oh, that's funny. I'm about to tell like the craziest, like biggest secret of my life, and I'm gonna fuck it. It just goes into like because I didn't do the order I was gonna do it in. This just goes. All right, let's shift gears for a minute. Yeah. So after that, let's just shift gears for a minute. All right. It's really not a big deal, honestly. That's what I realized. That's why this is crazy. Okay. So if you believe in God, this won't surprise you. If you don't, it might be time to start. Let me turn this fan off. It's hot as hell up here, literally. I might pull a fucking Bert Kreischer at some point and take my shirt off and just be shirtless. If you saw my video that I made a couple days ago about being Bert Kreischer and taking my shirt off or whatever, why didn't nobody tell me his name isn't Bert Kreischer? I put Kreischer. It's just Bert Kreischer. Fucking feel stupid. All right, let's do this. I got this hot ass hoodie on. That's the problem. Put a t-shirt on. Oh, am I live? Is anybody even here? I haven't even been looking. Is anybody here? Pets are God's gifts to us. Hell yeah. What up, Ronnie? That's my dude. One dude. It's just you, Ronnie. It's just you right now. And that's all that matters right now because this is the beginning. And I have no problem telling you this shit. I have no problem telling anybody this shit. That's kind of the whole point of this. But yeah, this might be one of them ones that gets like, because I'm going to have this on my page. This might be one of them ones that gets like blown up somehow and just, over and over and shit like that. Oh, shit. All right. So let me just do this. So the next people, so it's out there. You know what I mean? This is it. This is the one. Hey, Ronnie, can you hear outside? Is it like really, am I clear and shit? Is it decent audio? Give me like a thumbs up or say, yeah, you're good or something. Or should I shut the window? I'm waiting on Ronnie. No, you're clear, bro. Hey, let's go. All right. So, sounds good. Hell yeah. You like my mic? I got the mic, bro. Check it out. Ah, shit, son. Yo, that's dope. I got the light. All right. And I got Buddy. Man, look at it, right on cue, man. God's on some perfect timing shit right now. It's just synchronicity after synchronicity. All right, let's do this. All right. Shit. Trying to be able to see this and see myself at the same time so I don't feel fucking weird. I don't really need to see myself. All right. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing, man. I'm always just winging it. But God's got me, so I don't give a fuck, All right. Here we go. Welcome to K Now Live. This is my second episode. I know I had already put the title as Who the Fuck Do I Think I Am? Well, I titled it that because I thought that I was going to make this a backstory of who I am, like just give you guys like an outline of my life and then just, you know, I don't know, fill in the details as I do more shows. But it felt like I was just doing it about me again. Like it was all about me. It's all about me. And that's my whole life. It's all about me. No. It felt like work. I'm sick of talking about me like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, so I prayed to God and I'm like, yo, why am I doing this? And how can I, whatever the reason is why I'm doing this, how can I deliver that to the people? Like, why would anybody watch me do this? And how can I deliver on that? You know, how can I serve your will, God, not my selfish needs, my selfish ego? So, welcome to K Now Live. This is where I create and document life in real time. If you don't know, now you know, okay? Let's just get straight to it. I'm reading this off my screen right now. If you tuned in for my first episode last week, you saw me completely winging it. I wasn't prepared, and honestly, I wasn't happy with how it went. I felt scattered, worried that it was probably pretty boring for people. I've never really been myself on camera before. I've always been Holla, K-Holla. So just being Kyle felt completely new, and I got my little foot pedal down here. So yeah, I don't even have to sit on my mouse. I can just foot pedal it. I thought that was just gonna be for guitar, but it's not. Okay, where was I? I've always just been Holla, so just being Kyle left me completely new and left me like in my own head. And then I watched it back. This is not on the screen, but I watched it back and I was just like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like, and I realized I have such negative self-talk. I hate myself so much. Like part of me hates me so much. It doesn't accept myself. And that's what I've been working on this last week. I'm like, how am I going to love anybody if I don't love myself? Like, seriously. Last episode taught me that I'm reading again. So hold up. Last episode taught me that I need some actual structure. Let's be real. All the drugs over the last decade have left me lacking the brain capacity for pretty much anything except memorizing rap lyrics. I lose focus in conversations and I forget to include important details that I actually mean to say. I lose context. Yeah, I'm a terrible conversationist. I'm a terrible freestyle rapper too. As good as a rapper as I am, I can't freestyle for shit. My brain's just, my mouth, yeah. So I realized that if I'm going to do this, I need to do it right. So I wrote this down because I want to respect you guys and I want to make sure the message is clear. I'm not going to pretend to have all the answers or be some polished expert. I'm learning in public. And tonight is all about learning how to be honest in public. So that's where we are at. My mom actually asked me too, why do you got to do everything publicly? And I was like, I don't know, man. When you hide for so long, it's like I'm an overcorrector. So I was like, I just hid everything for so long. And now I'm like, I got to do everything public. I don't know. It wasn't about like, look at me. It's all like, I don't know. That's actually for next episode. I actually was going to put that in this one, but it's a little too long. And I probably would have if I would have been on time. Anyways, okay, let's get into me and Ronnie. How this actually started. I really only talked to him one. This is about, okay, so this is proof to me that God is real. This whole story right here is wild. And Ronnie is the only one in here right now, I think. Am I one person here? Is there more than one person in here right now? I can't see because I got this Word document open. Oh, there's two people in here. I don't even know who else is in here. Who here? Who talking to me? Man, throw it in the chat. Who else is here? Ronnie, we not alone, literally. It's me, Ronnie, Buddy, and whoever else is watching. I don't know who it is, but I like it. All right, well, enjoy this, whoever else is watching. All right. Let's get into me and Ronnie's story, how this all started. I really only talked to him one time, like over 6 months ago, almost a year ago, maybe. He was trying to find my old album, Sunshine and Mushrooms. So we connected on, he DM'd me on Instagram, like, bro, I'm going nuts. Where the hell is your album at? You know what I mean? And like, in 2018, I took like a $20,000 loan when I started Hyphenated Entertainment, and I just blew half of it on like advertising without a plan. So like, I really had good intent. You know what I mean? Like I planned on like doing something with my life. I really didn't just blow money on bullshit. Like I was going to start, I have the best of intentions without any planning because I don't know. Anyways, fast forward to a couple weeks ago, I was so down, man. I was like really ready to quit making music completely. I've been using AI. I keep going off on a tangent, but that's kind of why I did this. I've been using AI so much lately to like analyze my whole discography worth of lyrics and like all this shit to like do therapy for myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm even my therapist that I see every 2 weeks has been like, damn, she like changed her view on AI because she's like, this is really like, you're really having a lot of breakthroughs and like snowballing effect, you know? So fast forward to a couple weeks ago, I was so down, I was about to quit making music. So the point is, I said, I learned myself. I felt like I was good. I was like, all right, I don't need K-Holla for myself. I was like, I can just be Kyle. I went all the way back to the root of why I became K-Holla in the first place. I remembered my parents split up when I was 6 months old. So my whole childhood, I had to go back and forth to their houses. You know what I mean? Like, and my dad said something about, remember that trip in the van to your mom's? And I realized in that moment that I completely blacked out every one of them trips. I do not remember ever going from one of the house to the other. I remember being there, but the trip itself, I don't remember. You know why? I used to put my headphones on and go into music. I've been escaping into music my entire life. And that's what K-Holla is. That's where I came from. That's the backstory. And that's off the top, like for real. I'm still using the mouse even though I got the foot pad. Fuck it. I was ready to quit making music, I was cool to just be Kyle Holloway. I was cool with just being depressed in my bed. But here's the truth. I don't do this just for myself. I never did. I did it because it was therapy. And it was the way I was going to get my family out of poverty, like out of debt. Not debt, poverty. Like they just never had no money. They're not even that broke. But I just saw it as a way like to not work at a factory. You feel me? Like I just didn't want to do that. Really, I was just a little bitch about working at a factory. Straight up, if there's any reason I ever wanted to be rich, it was just to give my family the life that they never had. Especially my dad, because he's always pissed off and broke when he's got no money. He's like, I wish I had more money. Like he just, honestly, I wish he could get a bunch of money so he could realize that it really doesn't fucking matter. Does that make sense? Like, because like this, I said, hey, I was fucking broke and still took his ass to the World Series at Wrigley. So I don't know what the fuck his problem was. But that right here, there is half like a lot of the debt I'm in right now, you know? And I just filed bankruptcy and I've been freaking out lately because when this bankruptcy goes through, I have no excuse to be like a piece of shit fucking drug addict anymore. I have to try again. You know what I mean? And I've been hanging on to that for like a decade. It's like you get caught up in your failure. You're like, you identify with it. Like that's my identity. Like, I'm not moving forward. So this is this is my excuse to stay where I'm at. And I'm not going to have that in about 2 months. I'm going to have a clean slate. Like God really got me, man. So back to the reading. So I'm sitting in all this debt, all this depression, ready to quit. But then something changed. Over the last few weeks, I've been literally this is the big thing. Over the last few weeks, I've literally been getting on my knees right here in front of this couch. I'll even fucking show you. Look at my ass, motherfucker. I've been doing this. And humbling myself. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's one thing to pray. I've prayed before. I've said the Lord's Prayer every day. You know, I have done that, but I didn't humble myself. I was never humble. I'm so not humble that both my real self and my fucking persona, my shadow, have no clue what humility is. Like, even my fucking cowardice, fucking Kyle, like just who I am really was cocky. It's fucking crazy. No humility at all. I feel like Rihanna when she's like, it's so hard to be humble. All right. So, over the last few weeks, I've been literally getting on my knees and praying every morning to humble myself. I'm not just laying in bed saying a prayer. I am getting on my knees telling God, I humble myself in front of you in your presence. Please help me. I started being completely radically honest with him and myself. I remember during one of my prayers, I like started lying, like literally in the prayer. I was just like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I was like, no, I'm not. I was like, this is what's really going on. And I caught myself and I was just like, oh, I've been lying to myself. Because you don't realize how much you lie to yourself. Like seriously, we lie to ourselves so fucking much. And we like, that other half of us just wants to keep it going. And like, we'll be in denial. Like, how many times have you just been a know-it-all? Like, people try to tell you something that's what you really need to hear. And you're like, oh, I already know that. I already know that. Or like, whatever. And it's just like, you don't want to hear it. You know, it's like over the last few weeks, my mom be like, you need to go take a shower. You need to do the trash. And I'm like, yo, I know. I'm not denying. Like, she's right. I'm 100%. Like, you're right. But then she told me, she started deleting my tabs up here on my shit. And I said, you deleting my tabs? I was like, she goes, you got too many tabs. I said, now you're affecting who I am as a person. you're just hurting my character. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I got to stop going off on a tangent. It's okay. I don't mind going off on a tangent. It's just the fact that I always forget what I was talking about, but now I have it here, so I'm not tripping. Like I can go off on my little tangents and then come back. It's like Family Guy. Uh, so I'm not just laying in bed saying a prayer. I'm on my knees, humbling myself before God, right? So I started. Okay, I don't like how this worded this, but check this out. Like 3, 4 weeks ago, I don't know how long ago it was. It was like within the last month or so. I was gonna quit making music. I sat on this couch right here, over there a little bit farther though, and I was crying. I was just fucking bawling. I was coming down from a relapse, and I was like, God, please just. This might have been actually the night before I started getting on my knees and praying, because I was just like this. I was like, God, please just like tell me this still matters. Tell me that any of this matters. It's like to more than just me. Because if this is just me talking to myself, this is just me rapping for me. I'm done. I don't care. I'm good. I'll be all right. Not, which is bullshit because music's the only thing that keeps me alive. But truth is, I asked for a sign. I know you're not supposed to ask God for a sign or like, but I wasn't like trying to like be arrogant about it for once. I wasn't like, God, show me a sign or else I'm not gonna believe in you. I was like, God, show me a sign, because I'm done and I give up. And I don't give up, but like not life. But I was done with music. I was done. And I swear, the next day, I know it was a Saturday night because I worked that weekend. So I worked Saturday and Sundays at the gas station. I went to work Saturday, came home, did that crying, prayed. The next day, I work at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was like noon. I don't ever go on Instagram really. I always go on Facebook because I'm stuck in this loop around there for some reason. I go on Instagram, I check my Instagram, like I got a message from some dude. I was like, oh, it's that dude that asked for my Sunshine and Mushrooms album like 6 months ago or whatever. And he's like, bro, your music has been helping me so much. Let me read off what I got here. Hold on. So this says, the night before Ronnie hit me up, I was really in my head. I got down and I prayed a very specific prayer. I asked God to show me a sign that what I was doing still matters. I told him that I'm finally at a place where I don't need music just to get through my own life anymore. Look, I already wrote it down. I'm sorry. I'm just down for myself so much. I'm in a place where I don't need music just to get through my own life anymore. But if he wants me to take all my struggle and use it to show others the way to the light, I need a sign. I needed to know I wasn't just doing this for my own ego. Literally the very next day, Ronnie hits me up. Not like a week later, the next day, before work, not even that night, before work. He tells me he's going through the absolute darkest times of his entire life. I mean, heavy shit. His dad just had a heart attack. His mom's dealing with paranoid schizophrenia. He's the only sibling around to handle it. On top of that, he told me he woke up to an empty house because his significant other packed all her things and left him. He broke his hand, so he couldn't even go to work. I mean, so I started telling him. Oh, let me read this. Hold up. He broke his hand, can't even go to work right now to distract himself. He comes from a fucked up past, being beat and abused, and with everything caving in on him. He confessed that he slipped up, fucking relapsed, Xanax, cocaine, just to numb the pain. Like, I get that so much, man. Like, I did every fucking drug in my 20s, man. Like, everyone but heroin. And they didn't have fentanyl back then, so I didn't do fentanyl. So, but I'm sure I did heroin in ecstasy. Like, there was pills back then before it was Molly, and I'm sure it got fucking caught up in there or whatever. So, but anyways, I get it. That's my whole life too. Just in pain and trying to survive. And the truth is, we just have to fucking survive. We have to forgive ourselves for what we did when we're just trying to survive. That guilt and shit's got to go. You know, like that's what God has forgiven us. Jesus is we're good, dude. Like that's the whole point. But then he told me that hearing me speak so freely about my own bullshit gives him the power to be open about his past. He told me he listens to my album Surrender every single day. He wakes up with anxiety. He just sings the shit away to fight his addiction and stress. Hearing that from him, it was so inspiring to me, man. I mean, honestly, I can't even fucking tell you, Ronnie, man. It's like, I know how you keep telling me you have no idea how much like my music helped you. It's reciprocal. It's not even like I'm back here, like, yeah, I'm living a good life and you're just like, I'm just helping people. No, you hitting me up is just, if not more impactful than me making the music and helping you. I'll never tell, like, for real, bro. Because like you saved me like just as much as I saved you, straight up. What you put in the comments? Sound good. Always grateful God put you in my path that night, bro. Absolutely. Amen. Straight up. Same shit, bro. Oh shit. I started scrolling back up. Hold on. All right. So This is a lot, man. This is heavy. Hearing that from him, so inspiring to me. I asked for a sign and God delivered it instantly by showing me exactly who I am, who I'm doing this for. I actually just messaged Ronnie today about doing album reviews, and he said he wants to learn guitar and get into it. That's what the notebook said. I'm not sure if that's exactly what you said, but I know I asked him, he was talking about, I asked him again, like, how'd you hear my music? Like, you never actually gave me an answer or whatever. Like, what's the first song you heard? He's like, he's just randomly heard it on Spotify, and it led to this. You know what I mean? Like, it led to like saving lives. Like, this straight up is like, there's nothing. Ineffable means you can't describe it, right? I remember reading his message that day. It's like, people are like, oh, yeah, no proof God is real. I was reading his message like, I got proof. God's real. I'm reading his message right now. Like, Ronnie, like, for all I know, Ronnie, you are God, and you're just you're just under this fake name Ronnie just to make me feel good. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it feels almost. It's that fucking crazy. So yeah, man, like you've literally like proved that God is real to me. That's insane. That's the most profound shit in life. I can't even like, it's got me like freaking out even thinking about the actual gravity of it right now. So I told him maybe it's just calling, man. Maybe he's supposed to do reviews and shit like that or something. So I just told him I'd be honored if he did reviewed my album, you know, because that would just be, if it meant this much to you, man. Like, you know, and honestly, Ronnie, I'm just telling you this right now. Like, if you want to do both of them and surrender, I'd be honored to do that too, man. For real. Because I don't care about what people think about my skills anymore. I don't care. I'm cool with it. Like, I can either. First off, I always knew I was good at what I did, and that sounds cocky, but it's like I sucked for like the first 5 years I did music. I sucked so bad that I was like, I got good, and I knew I worked hard to get good. I did a lot of studying on like how to like rhyme and shit like that, and I did so much work to get good. And then when I got there, I was like, I knew I was good, and I was like, why ain't people listening? And I was like, oh, because I'm not really talking about shit apparently. I don't know. Was my time, you know. I always thought I was so ahead of my time. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to get sounding cocky and shit, but it just feels like it's the beginning. This is the beginning of something real. You know what I mean? Right now, like this is it. Like, I can't even explain it. It's so fucking profound. God is real and God is good. Thank you, God. All right, so Ronnie, that was the thing about you, man. I appreciate you so much. Now I'm going to get into something that what this podcast is really going to be about. I was going to just make it a performative act about my life and da-da-da-da-da, and I can do that all day long, tell you about the past. But this podcast is supposed to be about living in the moment. And hyphenated slogan is embrace fate. And that means we all know our fate. We die. So all we have is now, today. Embrace it. Embrace the fact that we're going to die because we have to live every day as if we might not live tomorrow. But you know. So here we go. I told myself I was going to use this podcast as a confessional. So today I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. I have herpes. There, I said, I mean, you know how hard it is to say that just like publicly? You know what I mean? Like, seriously. It's not even a big deal. It's literally just a fucking thing that like 1 out of 5 people have. And it's like the stigma behind it is insane. And people kill themselves over it. Like, people have fucked up about this. And it's like, it's just fucking like having acne. But you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not going to get into details how I got it because I don't want to name no names. I'm not fucking putting nobody on blast. I've already forgiven the person. I fucking understand. Life happens. But here we go. When I contracted it, it felt like a lifelong curse. This is unreal how this fucking story goes. Like, because you think you get herpes and it's just like, oh man, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me, right? This is for life. This is the best thing that ever happened to me. The best fucking thing that ever happened to me. When I contracted it, it felt like a lifelong curse. It felt like karma finally catching up to me for all the cheating and bullshit I had pulled in my past relationships. It brought on this like intense isolation. Just recently, I talked to a girl not too long ago that I really liked, and I had to tell, I'd already made the decision as a man that I wasn't gonna fucking do this to somebody else. I wasn't just gonna not tell him and just give him her. I can't do that. I have too much of a conscience. I have too much pride. Not pride, but that's the wrong way to put it. I have too much integrity to not warn somebody. Like, if they want to have sex after I fucking tell them that they're grown. I just have to give them a warning. I have to tell them. So I told this girl I had it and I really liked her, and then that was it. She just ghosted me. You know what I mean? Like that's, it's like to like fucking just be ghosted by somebody that you really like just because you made mistakes in the past. You know what I mean? Like I sat there and just like it brings back all the fucking hate that of myself that I've already been forgiven for by God. You know what I mean? Uh, the second I was honest with her, she was gone. That rejection is absolutely agonizing. It leaves you feeling like you'll always be lonely. Makes you hate yourself all over again for mistakes. God's already forgiven me. I just say this shit twice. I should just read it. For a long time, it felt like this was permanent and physical punishment that ruined my life. Hold up. Let me stop. I'm going to listen. But Ronnie, what'd you say? Strength to you, my brother, for the realness. No shame. Thank you. That's what this is about. That's exactly what this is about, man. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, it's like, it has so much power over me right now just because I just don't, like, it's just nobody knows. So it's like a secret. I've actually told, like, a few people in my life, but it's like, it's not a big deal. And I'm doing this publicly because of a few reasons. Well, let me just read what I got, but I got a few reasons. Here's the truth. Before I got the diagnosis, my real disease wasn't physical. It was lust. I fucking realized lust has led me to all my drug problems. Like I started doing most drugs I did because I wanted to feel like what it was like to have sex on them. It had nothing to do with the drugs themselves. It comes from lust. So lust has controlled me since I was first sexually stimulated, like ever, because of an emotional disconnect I felt growing up. My shadow persona was constantly looking for any willing female to participate sexually just so I could feel some kind of validation. I was so numb that I would destroy a girl's heart just to make my own pain go away for a split second. Sex was never about love. It was always just trying to feel like real or like I was enough. I just never felt like I was enough. You know what I mean? And this is why I say God works in seriously mysterious ways until they're obvious, because that's my life in a nutshell. It's like they're mysterious until they're obvious as fuck, and this is obvious. What felt like the ultimate curse quickly became the greatest blessing of my entire life. It was the roadblock God used to force a hard stop in my life. Like I couldn't just carelessly fuck around to numb my pain anymore. That diagnosis led directly to me getting baptized. Well, I ended up like dating my fucking ex again from like when I was like in high school, which completed a whole fucking like 20-year loop of like, there was like literally like I lost my virginity to this girl, and then she's literally the last person I had sex with before I got baptized. You know how crazy that is? I'm literally a born again virgin right now. Like since I got baptized at the end of 2024, and I felt it like wash away. I felt everything wash away. Like 35 years of fucking guilt and shame is gone. And like yeah. So let me finish this. This is literally like a therapy session. I do this all the time. Like every therapy session, I write down all my shit and I go, just let me finish reading. Let me refinish because, I couldn't just carelessly mess around. That diagnosis led me to getting baptized, completely shifted my perspective. Because of it, I've been on an 18-month celibacy streak. I've actually turned down like a few times I could have had sex, which is crazy for me, and opportunities because I realized that protecting my fucking body is more important than like a temporary dopamine hit. And I actually even told the girls like I just can't do that to them. You know what I mean? Like straight up, like I can't do that. I can't be the reason. You know. Also, I've gotten so good with God that I realize now, like, I don't want to ever have sex again until I'm married. Like, that's a big problem in our culture. It's just everybody has sex and just it it's a sin. It's fucking it fucks your shit up, man. Like, it really does. It's really a big fucking problem in this world. Um, yeah, I never. If you knew me, if you know K-Holla, if you know what I've been, if you knew me, if you know me like for real, you would never think I'm sitting here today telling you you shouldn't have sex before marriage. That's hilarious. All right. So that's my confession. Um, this is the next part. Let's shift gears for a minute. Before I pick up my guitar, I got to talk about something I saw today that really hit home for me. I was on Facebook and I saw a post by Matty Jablonski. He runs a Facebook page called Point of Change. He's a recovering meth addict. He's been clean for nine years. I think is what I think of. He's doing these videos right now. of himself as a fucking as now where he's clean, and then himself back when he was in active addiction. And his name's Matthew. His name's Matthew. So it's Matthew. It's like this, and it's like the funniest shit I've seen since like Chappelle did like fucking I smoke racks. He's nailing it, and I'm fucking proud of him. And I want to say shout out to him because a lot of this shit is. And I'm probably gonna say this again when I read this, but he inspired me for real to just be honest and fucking do this shit. So this is the crazy part about life. Now, if you don't know okay, so Matt. I actually know Matt because Matt's Troy's brother, and Troy was actually my ex's Jen's boyfriend before. And then what's funny is they weren't married. This goes back to premarital sex. So they weren't married. They had a daughter. Maddie is the uncle of Abby, and Abby is literally the only girl that's ever been like a child to me. Like I was like her dad from the time she was 3 to 8 years old. This is Jen's daughter who I helped raise, and I'll always love her like she's my own daughter, for real. I love you, Abby, if you see this. She knows though. We still talk. She's like 20 now. And yeah, I never had kids, so that's my daughter. Matt posted about how somebody hit him up and asked if he relapsed, but then they never responded to his reply and never reached out in any other way. And it rubbed him the wrong way. Like they didn't care. You know what I mean? Like why do you ask if you're not like trying to help? That's what I commented back. I'm like, no, man. He's like, am I just tripping about like how I feel? I'm like, no. I was like, that's exactly how you should feel. Like, it's like, that sounds like they're just hitting you up for gossip or like, you know, to have something on you or some shit. And that shit's got to go. Like, cause fuck people who don't actually care about addicts. They man, if I hear one more thing about addicts or addiction's not a disease, like you have no fucking idea. I pray that you and your kids never have to go through fucking addiction for real. Because the shit is real, and people need help. They need therapy. They need fucking help. People are just like getting left to die, especially with fucking fentanyl now. I'm lucky. Like I literally stopped doing the hard drugs. Like my partying days were like right before fentanyl started, and I should be dead. 2016. There's a story I got for you guys about July 4th, 2016, and I'll tell you in a different episode that I shouldn't be here. Matter of fact, I'm still to this day. I'm back up to 99% sure that I'm alive, but there's still like 1% of me every once in a while that's like, is this even real? Especially like with this crazy shit going on like lately. But don't even get me started. I'll do that. That's a whole nother episode. It's his own episode. But anyways, dude, where was I at? So I commented on this shit. I said, like I said before, love needs action. The reason I don't read it is because I think it says the shit he said. Anyways, they don't matter. I said, seeing him handle his journey with such honesty is a big inspiration for why I'm sitting here right now, you know, going live. Because this answered a lot of my problems. I was stopping myself. My excuses were, I don't know how to edit video. I don't do this. I've learned everything I know. I've been self-taught. Like everything I do. I started my own business. I fucking learned how to fucking rap. I learned how to produce music. I learned how to play guitar. Everything I did, I learned myself. So I've already proven to myself that I'm capable of doing anything I put my mind to. But yet I still am like, oh, I don't know how to edit videos, so I don't put out content. Like, shut the fuck up, Kyle. I was like, I'm just gonna go live. Fuck it. And that's why last week was like I just hit record. I didn't have any of this prepared or anything. So I was like, rip and just do it. And then floodgates are open. Now I'm ready to go. And that's exactly where my head's at musically. I'm going to play a couple of acoustic tracks for you and just let the music do the rest of the talking. Finally. Shut the fuck up, right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually proud of myself this one because I haven't been so negative about what's going on. Like last time, if you watched the first episode, I'm just like, this is probably gonna be the last one because I don't trust myself to be consistent. I learned that about myself from the last one. I just doubt myself constantly internally, and it just comes out even when I'm not trying to say it. And that's fucked up because that's just fucked up. I ain't got no. It's fucked up. The first one I wrote both these recently. Just the other day, I haven't titled it for sure yet. It might be Ineffable. It might be Brand New Heart. It's probably gonna be Brand New Heart, but I know I started calling it Ineffable for a reason. It's about waking up with exactly that, a brand new heart, and needing the feeling so real. Like now, it's telling the lyrics, man, shut the fuck up. All right, this thing's stupid. See, this would have been better if I would have just went on. If I wouldn't have been so like obsessed with going on and when I wanted to go. This is hilarious. This is exactly what God does to me, and to all of us. I think we are impatient. And we think we can control when shit happens. I was like, I said Facebook event. I was like 5:04 or 5:05. I'm going live or whatever. So I had to be here. Well, shit happens in life. and you don't always end up doing shit when the fuck you think you're gonna do it. You just gotta live and fucking like. I have a song called like I never finished it actually. It's about it's like you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans. You know what I mean? And I had all these plans in my life. And would you put? Let's see. May God touch the hearts of everyone who sees this. God is stronger than your addiction, anxiety, fears, temptations, and self lies. Amen. Dude, Ronnie, you're the truth, bro. Like I mean, for real. Like, I can't wait to meet you and just give you a hug, bro. Thank you for everything. So let's just get it. I know what the fuck I'm doing now. Like, this is the part I don't have a problem with. When I play music, I ain't got no fucking problem. I ain't got to be, behind a guitar, this is who I am. You know, it wasn't even like that with a guitar all the time, but like, there's no doubts once I pick up that fucking thing. It don't matter if I'm K-Holla, Kyle, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm just one guy. I'm not like fucking schizophrenic. I don't think that K-Holla and Kyle are two different people. I know it's just me. It's just how I explain like my fucking issues and shit. So now if I could just get to this motherfucker. All right, Kyle Holloway. First, I don't know which I should play first. Brand New Heart or Still Becoming. Let's see. Since I don't have Brand New Heart done, I'm gonna do that one first because this isn't done. I'm gonna end on the one that I know is done. So it's good. But check this out. This is called it's not really done yet, but it's either gonna be called Brand New Heart or Ineffable. And the verses, I might fuck up the verses quite a bit because I don't really know what I'm doing yet for the melodies and shit. But I woke up on 2/27, and that's important to me because my birthday's May 4th, so that's 5/4. My grandma that passed away, her birthday was February 7th. So 2/7, and that's 27 is half of 54. And I woke up on 2/27, like 2 times 27 is 54. And I had the song in my head. All right. Like I said, I'm gonna mess this up, but whatever. All right. I need something, please. Something real. Most importantly, something I can feel. Like I said, the verses are what fucks, but I don't mean physically, not one bit. I need a feeling so real. I feel like it's something that God comes with. This is what I woke up with, though. Woke up this morning with a brand new heart. Now this sounds like I gotta watch the video to get the melody right. I love that this is live. I love it. I fucking love it because I just gotta I can't bullshit. I can't fucking make it look off. This is why every time I try to make content, I never actually put it out because I gotta fuck around. I'll spend 8 hours trying to get the video right and never get something I like. This is exactly what I just dealt with in fucking Rice Lake with my friend Nayshade. She's been working on the same album for 2 years, and I just finally told her, I was like, "You're putting the album out tonight," and I just straight up, father figured her. It was like, said, I was really fucking bullish and mean about it, but sometimes that's what you need. That's why I love my dad. That's how he fucking raised me. Just do shit. And I straight up Kevin Holloway father figured her to get her album out, which is coming out. And I'm so fucking excited for you guys to hear that shit. It's the best fucking album out. I mean, I'm not even talking about just like locally. I mean, like I was watching Taylor Swift NPR the other morning with my mom. That morning, I was watching that morning that this happened. I woke up 2/27 in the morning. My mom came up. We watched we had coffee. We watched Taylor Swift on NPR, and I realized Taylor Swift is just a songwriter. She might be the biggest pop star in the world, but she's just a real songwriter like me and like Nay, the girl I'm talking about. So let me watch this video real quick to get this melody right. It's worth it, man. This is gonna be a hit. This is fucking, and I don't even care if nobody ever hears it. To me, I know a hit when I hear a hit. This hook is money. I always say that. My mom loves when I say that shit. She's like, "That's money." I haven't said it in a while, but this one's money. Here, I'll even put it up right here so you can hear it. Good morning, everybody. Just came up with a new song. Woke up this morning. There it is. With a brand new heart. Okay. Only question is, where do I start? Hey. Just like that. I can never remember melodies and shit. See, rap lyrics, I can remember them all, but melodies are hard. All right, so check this out. Woke up this morning with a brand new heart. Only question is, where do I start? Woke up this morning with a brand new heart. Only question is, where do I start? Woke up this morning with a brand new heart. Only question is, where do I start? And the answer to that question is this podcast that I'm making right now. Oh, fuck, dude. That shit just hit me like a ton of bricks, man. So this is the song I wrote like a couple weeks ago when I was doing some therapy on AI, and I got through and I'm just done talking. I'm gonna play this last song and I'm gonna get out of here. Ronnie, I love you, bro. This is my last song. Anybody who sees this, yo, what do you say? Definitely gonna check the album out when it comes. Yeah, I'm working on an album called Playing with Shadows. 2 albums ago, I made two albums, K-Holla and Botham. It was supposed to be just Botham, 120 song album, but it ended up like half the album was about relationships and basically like my entire relationship with women, which just ended as I got baptized, and now I'm like a born again virgin. So 10 songs are about like my relationship. You know, she isn't always one person. It's always like all my exes, my issues with fucking anything, you know, that whole thing. K-Holla. Shawn Michaels, my favorite fucking wrestler. Heartbreak Kid. Got him right back here. Hey. HBK. Little dude. Next to the little kid Kyle picture back here. So Heartbreak Kid Holla. He had his heart broke. That's what all that was about. Botham is I actually have it on fucking vinyl. How cool is this shit, man? My grandpa, I made music because my grandpa's fucking had a record room in his basement that had about 20,000 albums, and that's where that shit started for me. This is called Botham. This is my last album, is K-Holla, and it's basically my transformation through drugs and into believing in God. And then my first album I put out is called Surrender. It's out on vinyl now. Kyle Holloway on there. I know you can't see it. You probably can't see it. That's me getting baptized. My name, Surrender. That's how this all starts. You want to change your life? Surrender. Really surrender to God. That's the start to everything. The fear of God is the beginning of true wisdom, or whatever it says in Proverbs. And I didn't believe that shit at all. I was too cocky and proud my whole life. I know everything. I don't know shit. Now I know a few things. That's why this is called K Now, because K hyphen now. So it's K now, but also no. You know what I mean? And it's live, but it's also live. Like K now lives. You know what I mean? Anyways, it's always some extra shit with me. I'm always so extra. But Playing with Shadows is really where I'm at in life. Surrender is really, it was a look to where I'm going, but there's a missing thing right there. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm a Christian rapper, my own name. I'm not K-Holla no more. I'm not, and that's what the song's about. Check it out. That's what the hook's exactly about. That's funny. I didn't plan that. It's perfect segue into fucking playing the song. This is called Still Becoming. K-Po 2, K-Po, K-Po, C-A-P-O, but also K-Po. Broke as fuck, boy. Anyways, now I'm about to get bankruptcy and I'm about to start my life over. Just like the financial version of fucking being baptized. So this shit doesn't happen all overnight. This is a transformative process. Here we go. Check it. All I need is God, a pick and a bic. Pray, go play, smoke, and release my emotions. All I need is God, a pick and a bic. Confide, go right so I can see where I'm going. I'm not where I want to be, but past where I was lost at. No longer who I was. I'm not where I want to be, but past where I was lost at. No longer need these drugs, and that's okay. I'm gonna go make make a sandwich, relax and chill. I don't have to rush at all, no. I just have to feel. I can live, still do things. Oh, my bad. Okay, hold on. I can live, still do things at my will. Life isn't a fantasy, oh no, that's for real. I'm not where I want to be, but past where I was lost at. No longer who I was. I'm not where I want to be, but past where I was lost at. No longer need these drugs, and that's okay. Check it out. I'm still becoming. I'm still becoming. I don't want to die. I want to live. Don't want to lie. I want to give God His glory. Thank Him for His mercy, yeah. I want to forgive myself for thinking I'm not worthy. I'm not where I want to be, but past where I was lost at. No longer who I was. I'm not where I want to be, but past where I was lost at. No longer need these drugs, and that's okay. I'm still becoming. I'm still becoming. I'm no longer who I was, but I'm no longer running. That's all that matters now. I'm still becoming. I'm still becoming. Yeah, if you knew my last fucking, like back in 428 EP, I think it's called, 2018, I wrote a song called Butterflies. And it was basically just me, like, talking about how, just a bunch of butterflies. Everybody always looking for another high. Ain't nobody happy with what they got. It's crazy how love is time. Ain't nothing like them butterflies. But the whole metaphor is just like, cocoon, butterfly. We're always just constantly evolving and growing as people. And, that was, you never stop. So I'm still becoming. I'm not just becoming, I'm still becoming. Always, still. It's like still Dre. Like, I'm still Dre. I'm not just, I wasn't that. I'm still K-Holla, to be honest with you. That's some real shit. I'm still Holla. But I'm Kyle Holloway too. And it's okay. They can love each other. They can forgive each other. And I can be okay. And I can live in the moment. And I can stop analyzing my past. I've fucking figured it all out. Like, insanely, psychotically, analyzed my life to the point where I was fucking going nuts. My mom was worried about me. And she asked, she's like, why you gotta do all that shit publicly? I'm like, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I'm good. I'm good now. I literally figured out like my grief with my grandma passing. I've worked my way through that. I was just like, everything that was wrong I figured it out. I've reframed my whole outlook on my mom, my fucking dad, my stepdad, my whole family. Like, I got a good reframing of what really happened in my life in my childhood. Like, that's what therapy is all about. Like, you reframe how you think about shit so you can go move on the right way. Because you get caught up growing up and just you get these ideas in your head and shit, and it's just that's your identity, and that's what happened, and that's just the truth. And it's like, no, there was other reasons why people did shit, and there's other reasons why shit happened. And it's like, you never have the full picture, like you would just blame them for the rest of your life, but that's just not the way to live. I didn't want to fucking hate my parents. I didn't want to fucking hate people in my life and blame them. I didn't want to hate myself. I take full accountability for all my shit. It's like, so when I got herpes, I fucking didn't get a warning. I take full accountability for the fact that I didn't fucking use a condom. But she didn't even have to tell me she had herpes. She could have just said, hey, I don't want to get pregnant, wear a condom. I'd been cool with that. But I'll tell you what, thank you, God. If one person sees this that has herpes and feels like they're not alone and that they can fucking talk about it, I did my job today. That's what this was supposed to be. And I've already wrote a rap about it, but I just didn't fucking put it out. This is like 2 or 3 years ago. I wrote a rap about it. Hold on, let me see what the homie put. Oh my god, they're definitely gonna check out the album. Couldn't have been a better album to end the K-Holla era. Both of them. Hell yeah, bro. Thank you. All those songs live rent free in my head. Hell yeah. Snap. Need both those songs. You're just starting again, bro. And I'm honored to witness you become the version of you that you are meant to be. Bro, I love you, man. Thank you so much. You're right there with me, bro. You're right there with me. You're gonna do it. You just start reviewing albums. I don't know why. I just feel like now I might be wrong. I might not have a fucking clue, but like it's like just the way this is going. Like I've always known music is my thing. I just didn't know it was gonna play out this way. You know, it just took me becoming radically honest with who I am. But if you didn't know, now you know. That's the fucking tagline of this. If you don't know, now you know. Okay. Okay, now. No. Anyways, K out. See you guys whenever the fuck I do this next. I'm not even gonna tell you what time it is because God's gonna decide when the fuck next time is. And that's what it is. Love you guys. Peace.